the panic meter. Okay, so we're each give you two teams that we think are just panicking right now. Okay, we're gonna be, where are things going real bad? Okay, I'll start it off. One of my teams, the panic meter, I think it's the Minnesota Vikings. These Vikings, I mean, they're in a quarterback crisis. It seems like they're in the same situation year after year. They just need that franchise guy, someone who can step in, play some solid football. The rest of the team is legit. I mean, they've got one of the best receiver duos in the league. They're running the ball. They got a good defense. But the quarterback play is not there. I mean, J.J. McCarthy, they gave up real draft capital to go and get this guy. So far, he's played in 2 out of 24 games. I mean, I don't know if he's ever going to be a top talent. You got to be available. And it looks like under Kevin O'Connell, you can just slide anybody in there, and it'll work. Anybody better than Carson Wentz. I mean, they need a quarterback who's a cut above. I think they might have some, sellers remorse kind of letting Sam Darnold walk out the door right now. I don't know. They're in a tough division. These losses without J.J. McCarthy might have kind of sunk the Vikings' playoff chances.
I agree. My panic meter this week, number one leading panic team is the Cincinnati Bengals. They're in absolute shambles. They're losing to the New York Jets. This team has been a shell of themselves since they went to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow can't stay healthy, even if he lived in a bubble. Zach Taylor has the guys playing horrible football. They do not know what their identity is. Joe Flacco was never the answer. They should have traded for Shedeur Sanders, but the Bengals have to look themselves in the mirror and realize that they're paying each receiver that's on the field about $100 million a year, and they're paying Trey Hendrickson, which is not even a top 10 defensive end in the NFL, also like $45 million a year. They have wasted all of their money on those three guys and Joe Burrow. There's no more money to go around for, offensive linemen, running backs, defensive tackles, defensive backs. They've spent all their money on non-important positions. The Bengals are in shambles, and they should be smacking that panic button right now, man.
Yeah, that's a good call there. Next up on my panic meter, I mean, it's through the roof. It's through the roof. It's the New York Giants. This team, the one thing they had going for them was Cam Scattaboo. This guy was an animal. He was yelling crazy things in the camera. I mean, he wasn't afraid of any tackle. He's going to be out, and I think the air just came out of the balloon. They're realizing Jackson Dart's mediocre. They're not even the best team that plays in their stadium. Brian Daboll is a fat idiot. He's clueless. This franchise has zero direction. And since they spent a high draft pick on Jackson Dart, they will feel compelled to start him for at least 3 seasons. So not until 2028 can the Giants start over, draft another quarterback. I'd be panicking if I were in New York.
I think that's a good one. All right, my second people I'm putting on the panic button this week is my Buffalo Bills. It pains me to say it, and I know if you're a scoreboard watcher, you're probably thinking, the Bills are back. After 2 losses off the bye week, McDermott had the boys ready. No, you did not watch the game. McDermott did not have the boys ready. The Bills have no talent right now. Josh is in shambles. There was even a quote saying that his grandma called him this week to say, Josh, you need to just smile on the football field. There's nothing to smile about, Grandma. There is nothing to smile about, Grandma. Right now, the Bills consist of 3 football players. James Cook, Josh Allen, and Ed Oliver. Everyone else is an absolute bum right now. And if you're a Bills fan, yes, we're going to make the playoffs. I'm not worried about that. We're probably going to win the AFC East. Not worried about that. But do we have enough in the tank to beat Kansas City in the AFC Championship game? That's really all that matters as a Bills fan. I am panicking right now. Keon Coleman, you suck. Palmer sucks. I don't even know the other receivers because they're that bad. The only player that we have that I forgot to mention, Khalil Shakir is probably a top 3 slot receiver. But you take out Khalil Shakir, and there's no one else on the offense other than Dawson Knox. But the point remains, we don't have that dominant number 1 threat right now, and it's really going to prevent us from winning. And when the hell did Jordan Poyer come back on the Bills? He is slow. He was slow 3 years ago when we released him, and now he's back. That's how bad we are in shape right now in our defensive backs. So the Bills, I'm worried as a fan, but If there's anyone I can trust to get us through this, is Josh Allen. But I'll tell you who I don't trust. I don't trust Sean McDermott, and I don't trust Brandon Beane. Both of them are beneficiaries of getting lucky with Josh Allen, and that is it. They do not know how to run an organization. Even though we've had the success, I would put it all on Josh's shoulders and less on theirs. So I'm hitting the panic button early. And I hope I eat all these words, and I hope we win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they just put so much on Josh Allen. It's like when you get a guy like that, you owe it to him to give him good weapons to work with. I thought they should have been more aggressive in the offseason to get a receiver. DK Metcalf moved. I feel like he would have been a great fit there. Even now, I mean, if there's any chance A.J. Brown could be on the move, get in on that.
Well, it's time to dump the draft picks. I mean, it's win now or never win. In the NFL, your window closes so quick when you have a quarterback like this. Josh Allen could get hurt tomorrow, and the Bills transplant back to the early 2000s Bills where they didn't make the playoffs for 17 years. We need to take advantage. Get rid of your second and third round picks now.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
I'm passionate about that one. Sorry.
Yeah. No, even after a win, there's still room to be panicking. So the Bills on the panic meter. All right. That was a great segment. I think it's going to be here to stay.